Hey Bob, thanks for sending me a couple more swings. It's Mike Richards. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I told you. I've taught so many people on my own lesson tee, and then when I've done all these Golf Digest swings. Well, let's go ahead and look at a couple things. And I'll tell you what I do see is a really nice setup right here, nice and square. Backswing looks awesome as far as going back on plane. I love the way the face is working. So that is really nice right there. Now, as far as downswing goes, let me go ahead and start this over again. I'm going to make sure everything looks good from angle-wise. Let's put a line right across the backside. Let's see what happens with that. Love the club face at the top of the swing. The way it routes back down. Terrific job there. Love how this club is laying down towards this right forearm. Just absolutely love that position right there for my students. Now your backside staying out pretty nicely. You got your left hip on that line. That's what I like to see. The shafts return for the most part down the same line. You kept your body right over there. So all that looks very nice. Now when I take a look at the front view and I saw this from this view, this looks pretty good. You take a look at ball position, I think it looks kind of off. I think it's just because of the camera angle, so that doesn't concern me so much. I think your camera angle is a little bit too far back to my left, your right. It should be probably a little bit more over into here, so it's shooting straight down your hand line right there. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. I can make do. Backswing wise, you're going to see you load up nicely in that right leg. I really like this move right here. Club face looks good. Nice tight looking turn going back into that right thigh. As you come down into it, you see the hips are moving and the hips are starting to rotate out of the way now. And what I really like with that is I know right now your hands are going to be really in a nice position when you strike it. If I just had a few more frames where I could see a little bit slower motion through here, I could really tell what the hands are going to do. But what I like about this, Bob, is your hands right now are leading the club face. So when your hands lead that club face, you can see how your hands are in front of that yellow line. The club's about a good 6-8 inches behind the ball. So most likely you're going to compress that ball nicely off this turf or off this mat. And then what I do like is I see how the body hits and just keeps on rotating through. And your weight gets to your left side. Not too bad. Let me just take a look at one more thing here. I want to see how that left arm releases. Not bad. Not bad. What we could do with the left arm, just to give you a little bit more help, is try and get your left arm to keep extending a little bit more down this line. And the reason I say that, Bob, is I just look at your right foot, and it doesn't look like it's being pulled up and around like it should be. That right foot should be up on its toe right now, and I should be able to see all your spikes back in here pretty clearly. So maybe a little bit more extension of your arms would be helpful. But otherwise, I think what you've done, you've made a pretty nice swing up here. I couldn't read the little blurb you put in there. I know you said hi Mike, which is great, so I could get it. But other than that, I didn't know what we worked on. Backswing, this doesn't really concern me too whole heck of a lot. Because what I really like is how you route the club back down. And the reason why I say I wouldn't be concerned with is there are many different ways, Bob, to swing a golf club. And on the PGA Tour, they prove that to you guys each and every week. So when you look at how I approach teaching, this is one of my biggest models that I would use and say, okay guys, let's take a look at what happens with Rory Sabatini. He swings a club back. The club goes back very shut. More so than what yours is. Yours is very nice. Now it kind of goes up. It points to this tree in the background. Now, if he were to freeze this club there, we'd be very similar in what your club would kind of look like at the top of your swing. But what he does, just watch his club drift now back towards his head. So now the club moves around, and then he moves it around again, and look how it lays down way lower than his shoulder blades. So now you take your downswing, and you get it to that good a downswing position. So Bob, what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't waste my time working on that backswing trying to get it perfect at the top. That doesn't really make a difference, because look how good you get it coming down. The club face that you have right here is really square. So I just don't waste time with that kind of stuff. Now as you bring it down, you can still see you've got that club working in a nice position here. Watch Sabatini's come down. It comes down, works a little bit from the outside. The face gets again halfway square. So having his club face shut going back, but having it really nice square coming down, that's fine. But where is he really nice at? Look at this impact. His buns stay out. He contacts that well. Look at your impact. Your buns stay out and you contact it nicely. Your spine stays over the ball. I really like how your left heel's barely off the ground, and I like how the hips are rotated here. So Bob, you look pretty good. I just keep sticking with what you've got. If you want to email me, contact me on my email, and just give me a little forward. Let me know how you're doing, what you're working on, and you have to send me some more swings. Let me know what you're working on before you send me the swings. I only get a few little words on that little blurb, but I really can't tell. But you can reach me at Mike@HeronBayGolfAcademy.com. HeronBay golfacademy.com. Mike@HeronBayGolfAcademy.com. Just send me a little blurb. Let me know how you're doing. I like your swing right here, Bob. Looks great. Keep up the good work. Thanks again for sending me your swings, and thanks for doing the Golf Digest Challenge.